Hi guys, I'm back. I got my bread out of the oven. It rose for about an hour and a half, and I'm going to show you how beautiful it is. So here we go. Ta-da! Look how big it is. It is more than doubled. Now this is the funnest part of the whole process. It's called punching down the dough. You just literally punch it. Isn't that awesome? And then see how it just comes right away. It's nice and soft and fluffy and wonderful. Thank you. My husband just grabbed it so that I didn't have to. Now I have this big hunk of dough. I thought it would only make one loaf of bread, but it's going to make a massive loaf of bread. So I'm going to knead it just a couple times. So that's how you knead. Now, if you'd have done this earlier, it would have been more sticky, and you would have added flour as you went. Now, this is ready to be put in this pan, and it's going to raise a second time, but it's too big. If I put this in here, it's going to be this massive loaf of bread. I guess I could do that, and it could just be humongous. You need to put a little oil. This is olive oil, vegetable oil in your pan. This is really too big, so I'm just going to, it's very easy to just pinch it. See how easy that is? And I'm just going to kind of shape it into a shape, pinch it all around. So this seam is going to go on the bottom. Get the oil on the top so it doesn't stick as it's raising again. Do that. Rewarm up my oven a little bit if it needs it. Turn it back off. Put the towel back on. Hi, everybody. And then we're going to pop this back in the oven. It's going to raise for about another hour. You keep an eye on it. Then you do take it back out of the oven to bake it. But I will be videoing that in a bit. Now we have this little hunk of bread now. You could do a few things with it. You could make some rolls. So you could just pinch off bits. That's probably even too big. You could pinch off bits and make small dinner rolls. I've never done this, but I've seen it done where you can make like hamburger buns. And so you'd like, this is clean, by the way, before I started, and I washed my hands. But if I stretch that around and like really try to, see, it's so easy to form it. It's not sticky now. Isn't that cool? So bread dough is pretty fun. So I could set that on a tray and let it raise. You could also take the dough, flatten it out, and put it in a skillet and fry it. My grandma did that. That was my favorite thing about bread day, was grandma would give me a piece of dough to play with, flatten it out. We'd put it in a skillet with bacon grease and fry it, and it would raise up and puff up, and then we would put homemade grape jelly on it, and it was fried bread dough. Best part of bread day at grandma's. But maybe I should do that. My husband's mouth's watering back there in the background. So I'm gonna make him some fried bread dough for his lunch. And then this can make a roll. So I'll do something with it. I mean, if you make cinnamon rolls, you flatten it all out and put cinnamon and butter and roll it up and then slice it. This would be tiny little cinnamon rolls, but anyway, bread dough is pretty versatile. So not too bad. You could also take rolls, get some butter and some Parmesan cheese, dip it in butter, dip it in cheese, place it cheesy side up in a pan, let them raise and bake them. That's really yummy too. So you will get an email with the recipe, more directions. So if you want to do this on your own, you definitely could. And there will be yet one more video of this going in the oven to be baked, and what it looks like when it's finished baking, and how do you know it's done? Because you don't want to overbake it, but you don't want to obviously underbake it either. So we're going to let it raise about another hour. It's also called proofing. So that's it. Thank you very much. I'll see you again in another video.